Hello there, and welcome to this glance at Tinertia. I'm here with Sylvictus.
Good day.
And we played some Tinertia in the early access. What did you think about the game?
Well, the game is pretty fun. The basics of the game, just to explain to people, is you have a rocket launcher and you are trying to get to the exit. That's basically it.
So it's a sort of a speedrunning game?
Yep, correct.
And the main thing is that this game doesn't have a jump button.
Yep.
You do
no use of the spacebar.
That's correct. And you do have a rocket with which you can sort of jump.
Yes.
And the other mouse button, so the right mouse button, is sort of dash, which you can only do after you've been in the ground once.
Yes, correct. So if you want to hop from platform to platform, you first need to land to recharge your boost. And you can skip over it, of course.
Yep. And the main thing is that the levels you have to complete in either a certain amount of time, or you need to use a certain amount of rockets.
Yeah. That's just to beat part-time and stuff.
Yeah, that's correct, but it's very hard to do both of them at the same time.
Yeah, I would advise to do one after each other, not both.
Well, you can do both, but it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a lot harder.
So what else did you like about the game?
Well, I love the fast-paced jumping, to be honest. That's the main selling point for the game. It feels like rocket jumping in Quake or Team Fortress or stuff like that. It's really fun. Apart from that, I really like the music.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. I really enjoyed the soundtrack while skipping through well, not skipping. While playing the levels.
Yeah, we'll include a tiny bit of the sound here.
And what I also really enjoyed is the design of the game. The aesthetics are really nice.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's in space, right?
It's sort of, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. Fits the theme, I guess.
Yeah, it makes me think of a sort of steampunk setting, but then more sci-fi.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but it fits the robot type.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it fits the game. The music fits it. It's a lot of fast-paced action. And that concludes the standard game modes. You can also do speed runs, which is basically the entire 10 levels all in one huge run. So no checkpoints, no... well, there are checkpoints, I think.
There are checkpoints. If you start a new level, you can just start from the beginning of that level. You don't have to restart all the levels.
What I actually meant to say is there's no little stat screen at the end.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it's just one long run.
Yeah, if you complete the level, it just turns to the next one.
Yep. I quite enjoy that. I did it for the entire first sector, and I think we have a few of those games.
Yeah, we have video of the first, I think, 5 levels or something.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah. Okay, let's move on to what we don't like on the game.
Okay. One thing that I didn't really enjoy is part of the level design. There are a lot of one-shot mechanics in the game, which you may see from the footage.
Yeah, but still, that's part of the game, to be honest. If there's no one-shot mechanics, it's kind of boring.
It's true, but some levels are really long, so just to make sure that everyone can complete the game and see all the levels, you might want to introduce certain difficulty levels or maybe checkpoints.
Yeah, a few checkpoints would be good. We have a level very near to the end, which is...
I think it's level 7, the one with the spinning cubes.
Yeah, we'll place a little annotation when it's there. It's I would say it's basically 2 levels in one. So they could have just put a checkpoint there.
Yeah, somewhere halfway there's a transit to another 2D plane, so it's sort of 2.5D section.
Yeah, that's the one.
And well, for the rest of the levels were fine though. That's just taking care of not to bump into anything, but the spinning cubes were really aggravating.
Yeah, it just takes a few practice runs and it's fine. So that's the main storyline. At the end, after I think 10 stages?
Yeah, the 10th stage is what you go.
Yeah, it's a boss level.
Yep.
In which you need to run away from the boss basically. It's sort of like Super Meat Boy. The boss stage is there. It's quite fun.
Yeah, I never played Super Meat Boy, so I take your word for it.
It's basically the same.
Yeah,
You get
there
chased
was
and
a
then
sort
you
of
need
level
to-
like this in Rayman Legends as well, I think, with the giant fish.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. A few. It's quite fun.
Alright, and then to round up, we have only a few minor gripes. We have had some trouble with some frame drops. And also there were some issues with keyboard controls. If you press the buttons before the level starts, it doesn't really react.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, one other point is the replay system. If you die and then press R, which is basically standard reset button, you actually go to the replay screen. Well, at the replay screen, if you press escape and click on retry, you're gonna reset the replay instead of the run, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, I got stuck a few times myself there as well.
Yeah,
So-
it's just instinctive to click on retry instead of quit.
Yeah, the hard reset button for PC, just for keyboard, is tab. It's not really intuitive, I think.
No, indeed. I think it's more based for controllers anyway.
Yeah, it's
Control scheme is
it's
better.
balanced around the dual stick setup,
Yeah.
but it
Uh,
works fine on keyboard as well. So
Yeah, true. Very true. I think I beat 2 worlds in like an hour, so...
wow, needs some practice, but it can be a really fun game. I hope it gets some improvement still. It's still in early access, so we'll keep an eye on this game.
Yeah, it's quite fun. Try it out if you can.
And well, this was the glance at Tinertia. We'll see you next time.
And see you next time.